What's up, everyone? All right, so going to break down the trades for you from this morning. Overall, another solid day. We've been on a nice green stretch here. I think I've had 22 or 23 consecutive green days. Today's the 23rd consecutive green day. So I've only had 2 red days since mid-June. So, I'm jinxing myself a little bit here. I'm sure I'll have a red day this month, but my goal is to keep the loss tight. Yesterday, first trade, actually I was in the red. Today, first trade, I was in the red, $53 today. Not a big deal. It was a good setup. If it worked, that would have been great. It didn't, and I cut the loss quick. Being ruthless about cutting your losses is so important. I'll have an episode where I talk about that a little bit more later this week. But right now, we definitely have momentum, but it's a little hot and cold. So we had like a flurry of some really good momentum this morning on recent IPO stocks doing sort of the dead cat bounce. We have, obviously, as you know, we had Meg L, fantastic bounce yesterday from 8 all the way up to $25 a share. That's awesome. You don't get that every day. So, that was awesome. And then today, FRZA, similar, and then we had sympathy on TGL, REBN, CHG, Lucy. There were a couple others that all sort of started to bounce up. So I worked my way up to just under 10,000 in profit, and then I lost $1,000. So I'm sitting at 8,700 right now. It's a good day. It's over the daily goal, which for me right now is $5,000. And so I really can't complain. Gave back about 10% off the top. That's all right. I'll live to trade another day. We're in a market where there's definitely a lot of opportunity, but I am seeing traders who are over trading or not managing their risk, getting on the wrong side and being in the red. So volatile markets can bring out emotions. These are times where experienced traders can do very well, but beginner traders who fall victim to FOMO can end up top ticking, getting in way too high, catching the big whip down. So looking for good entries off support, near really strong levels of support, $half, whole dollar breakout areas, bull flags, ABCD patterns. Micro pullbacks are fine, but you've got to be willing to manage your risk when you're getting in something that's high on a micro pullback. So take it slow. If you've gotten yourself in the red at any point this week, good time just to step back, slow down if the market's cooling off a little bit. But the first 2 weeks of August have been phenomenal, and so far this week, I'm off to a good start. So I think that we're still going to be in pretty good shape as long as we can be kind of light on our toes, get in, get out, shift really quickly to what is obvious, and then just really capitalize on those opportunities. So that's the game plan right now. I hope you guys enjoy this recap. I'll put some links down below. You can check out the dog days of summer sale that we've got going on over at Warrior Trading. So for those that want to go through my curriculum, you want to go through the Warrior Starter course, which is a 15-chapter course on foundations. It's the fundamentals of day trading. You can go through the starter course, then you can go through my 25-chapter Warrior Pro course. So the Warrior Pro, it's my small cap day trading course. That's where I teach my strategy. That's where I walk you through each of the patterns that I trade, the actual strategies within how to trade those patterns, tons of access to live trading archives. As part of your Warrior Pro All Access membership, you'll also have access to the 5-chapter Trader Rehab course, the 5-chapter Algo Scalping class, the long-term investor class, the large cap class, the swing trading options class, and weekly mentor sessions. So daily mentor sessions and then weekly sessions with trading psychology team. So it's a lot, and it's for those that are ready to fully immerse themselves in the world of day trading. Now, for those that are experienced traders and you just want the same tools as me, the scanners, the chat, the news, you can sign up over at Daytrade Dash. So check out Daytrade Dash. We do have a coupon code going on over there for the summer, so check that out. And hopefully I'll see you guys on one side or the other. Both have access to my ultra low latency broadcast. So check it out, and I hope you enjoyed the recap today. As always, questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll see you back at it first thing tomorrow morning for the morning show. What's up, everyone? All right, so I'm going to go over the trades from today. We had some good action early pre-market, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit going into the open. So I'm finishing the day at $8,719, gave back about 1,000 after the opening bell. I started the day, my first trade was on FRZA. FRZA was our leading gapper this morning. And, you know, this, you could see this action's kind of disappointing. I mean, pre-market, it was sort of choppy, sold off, came back up, and now is selling off again. My first trade on it was at 8 a.m. and I took a trade for the break of 950 right here. It went up to 955 or so. It didn't break in a strong way at all. And I got out, hit the bid, and lost $53. So that was my first trade of the day. I got back in FRZA. I believe it was on, where was that? I can't remember where it was. I don't remember if it was on this candle at 820. Anyways, I got back in it somewhere and got another trade on it, but I didn't trade it at the open. So it was somewhere pre-market. I don't think it was right there. No, I think it was, I think my second trade on it was right here. And we got to move up to 970. So that was around 820. So I finished the day up about 1,000 on FRZA. Nothing super exciting, but you know, green on that. And the whole setup on FRZA was that this was a dead cat bounce, just like we had yesterday on MEG-L. The stock IPO'd a couple days ago. It sold off pretty hard and then started to pop up. So MEG-L yesterday, that was the setup that ended up playing out all day long from $8 up to $25 a share. You know, that's a solid move, like really impressive bottom bounce. So got a nice dead cat bounce on MEG-L. And then this morning, I think as MEG-L was squeezing more after hours, traders must have just started looking for other similar setups. And maybe that's what gave FRZA the initial move right here as it started to open up. So FRZA starts to open up there, pulls back pre-market, has a nice move at 6, another nice move at 7. And then I tried to trade it at 8 and again around 820, but it just wasn't really that clean. So not a big winner on it, but a dead cat bounce. So following that trade, my next trade, I jumped over to MEG-L. And I made about $300 on it. This was also right around 8 a.m. And I took the trade on MEG-L as it was curling up. Let's see, right here. No, sorry, where was it? It was 8 a.m. Let's see. So it was right about here as I thought it was going to break back over volume weighted average price. It didn't end up doing that. About 500,000 shares in this candle, 400,000 shares, mostly ADFN orders, institutional orders that went through early. It pulls back, it comes back up. I got another attempt at it right here. I was hoping it would break this yellow descending resistance line, but it couldn't. And so that was a small winner. So up on MEG-L, $1,900. I mean, that's not bad. Took 2 trades on it. So, well, I had some dip trades, but sort of 2 spots I traded it. One at 8 and another right here at about 9 o'clock. So that was MEG-L. And then the third stock I traded was TGL. TGL hits the scans. It's the 4th leading gapper this morning. It starts squeezing up right here, and I jumped on and rode the momentum. So it breaks over 9, squeezes up to 950, goes all the way up to $10.10. I made $2,300 on that move right here. This was a basically 2-point candle. So I jumped on pretty quickly as it broke over $half-dollar, whole dollar entries, and then added as it went higher, took profit into the squeeze. Disappointed that it retraced so hard. The next trade was on, let's see, I believe it was RBEN. Someone said, hey, look at REBN. And I saw it and I was like, yup, jumping on that. That's also a dead cat bounce. Now at that point, we had a little flurry of momentum. This was right around, 8 a.m., 8:10. So we had FRZA, we had TGL, we had REBN, then we had Lucy, then we had CHG. There were a couple other stocks sort of all popped up at the same time. They were all recent IPOs, dead cat bounces. So on REBN, I jumped into this. As soon as it popped up on the scanner, I was getting in at 5. I added at 550. It squeezes up to a high of 574. My best exit on it, even though I was in a little high, my best exit was 572 and then 554. So not phenomenal, but I took a little bit of bigger size on that one because I had just gotten green on the previous couple trades. I had a good trade on Meg L and I had a good trade on FRZA, or no, it was TGL. So I was already at like I was about $4,000 on the day already. So this is where I was like, okay, we're seeing action. Let's size up. Let's try to do a little bit better than I did on the last two. So I did better on that one. And then the next one I jumped in was Lucy. And on this one, I made 800, but it was a close call and this thing sold off hard real quick. And so, I gave back about half the profit I had on it. I tried to buy a dip, it flushed lower. So I think I was up around 1,600 or 2,000, gave back half of it. And I was like, all right, that's not great. And then CHG was the next one. And I went small with that one and it was a break-even trade. So at that point, I was sitting at just around 9,700 on the day, just under twice the daily goal, which is good. At the open, I didn't take any trades because our leading gapper of FRZA, it didn't really look like it was set up for a good trade, so no trades on that. Meg L, I thought it had pulled back too much. AMTD, I wasn't interested in. ARTL, I had seen it, but I wasn't sure it was going to hold, even though it did. I just sort of felt this. I just felt conflicted. I couldn't tell what was obvious. So I didn't take any trades right at the open. And then Wet G squeezes up and halts once at 1180, a second time up here at 1337. It opens, it pulls back, and I am the guy who's red on the stock that went up a ton. So right in here, I thought it might halt down. And when it dropped here to 1350 and bounced back up, I was like, oh, you know what? This thing looks strong. So I bought 1,000 shares at 1450. I thought if this breaks 1450, we're going through 1488, we're going back to the highs, we might have another halt up. It's sort of diverging in the sense that it's holding up really well. Well, I stopped out here at 1351, full dollar a share loss, $1,000. And at that point I was like, nope, I'm done, I'm walking away. I didn't really like the way that felt to lose $1 a share that quick. Even though the position was only 1,000 shares, it was like, a full $1 a share is a good size loss. And I just thought, you know what? That's it. And that was at 9:47, 9:48 in the morning. And I don't know. It kind of annoyed me. I was just like, you know what? I missed the two moves up and then I get in, I catch this flush down. I saw a couple other things moving up a little bit, but I also recognized that, you know, FRZA was choppy, Meg L wasn't clean. And I thought, you know what? I think the easiest trades, so to speak, are done. And now we're just getting into some choppy territory. And I really don't want to push my luck. 8,700 is just as good as 9,700 at the end of the day. I mean, it just, at a certain point in trading, giving back 10% of your profit is sort of not really relevant. It's not material. It doesn't change anything. You know, it's not going to mean I can't pay a bill. It makes basically no difference except psychologically. And so if you're starting to get upset about it, then you're getting too much in your head, and that's the place just to throw in the towel. And, you know, you can get frustrated because you lost. I mean, we do from time to time as traders get a little disappointed when we have a loss, or especially one like that that's just like a quick kind of slap. And so that's fine, but it's definitely, it's an emotional response. And so if you're starting to get a little emotionally hijacked, that's a good time to say, you know what, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to walk away. I'll live to trade another day. Yesterday, I was up around 14,000, 13,000, 12,000, something like that. Today, 8,700. So that's $20,000 on the week. It's Tuesday, and it puts me at 114,000, 118,000 or so in gross profit. So, you know, this month is really cruising along here. We're only, we're really only just over halfway through the month. So I have imported my trades here already. This is gross profit. This was as of Friday. I have a light flickering in here somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. But so as of Friday, this is where I sat. So add 13,000 or whatever it was from Monday, another 87 from today. So, you know, and this still leaves us, we've got kind of a long, you know, this is a nice month because we have 23 trading days. You know, you don't have 23 trading days every month. We might have, do we have a holiday? I don't think so. I think Memorial Day is, or Labor Day is on September 5th, I think. So I'll have to double check, but this might be a month with no holidays. And boy, I'm on a nice little green streak here, which I'd like to continue. The last red day I had was, I had 2 in July. I usually allocate myself for 4 red days a month, 1 a week. I had only 2 in July. That was pretty good. Had 3 in June, 3 in May, 3 in April. So, generally, since this kind of red spell that I had in February and a little bit in March, I've tightened down the losses quite a bit, which is good. So, if you look from April, May, June, July, August, 5 months, and I've had 6, 9, 10, 11 days that are red. I mean, it's pretty good. You could say I'm due for a red day, for sure. So, I haven't had a red day in 4 weeks. So I'm definitely due for a red day, and I'm aware of that. It's not like, it's just one of these things. You don't have like 20 weeks of consecutive green days. It just doesn't happen. So, when you start having a longer stretch of green, you expect there's going to be red coming up soon. But at the same time, I started slow yesterday, got green. I did go red yesterday before finishing green. I went red again today before finishing green, but only $53 today. So no big deal. But in any case, I have no problem having a red day, $1,000, $1,500, anything less than 5,000 is totally fine. Keeping the red days small. I don't want to give back more in a red day than I can make in a decent good day, green day. So if that ends up happening tomorrow, whatever, that's fine. The problem today is that, like yesterday, we had Meg L that continued sort of all morning long and into the afternoon. Right now, you have ARTL, which is holding up pretty well. APRN, popping up a little bit. So we'll have to see whether or not there's a stock that really holds up well today. I think that we'll need that in order to have a strong day tomorrow in terms of continuation. But, we'll see. Anyways, just taking it one day at a time, looking at the opportunities in front of me and trying to get green and hit those small base hits. I'm not really going for home runs. I'm just, as you can see, stacking up a lot of base hits. And that is a fine way to get through the month. So sitting probably around 120,000 in gross profit halfway through the month. If we keep it up, this could be a $200,000 month. It's not out of the question, but I don't really think that'll happen because I think it's probably going to slow down a little bit after this nice wave we've had of momentum these last couple of weeks. But you never know. You could get another stock that pops up and gives us a surprise move, and it ignites another round of Momo. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, as always, my results are not typical. I share it with you because I do think it's important that the person that you're learning from is actually a profitable trader, and these are the numbers that I'm throwing down. But it's not meant for you to assume that you'll be able to do something similar. There is no guarantee. So make sure you take it slow. I think one thing that I'm really thinking for this week is for a lot of traders who had a really good start to August, which is many because, of course, the market was so strong in those first couple weeks of the month. This is the time a little bit to try to coast. We've got a cushion, and now we just got to hold it together. If you have a cushion on the month of August, you should really be planning on finishing the month in the green. You don't want to go into the red. So that means, hold the course a little bit. Keep your head down when things are choppy. Try to coast. Catch a couple base hits here and there. This might be an okay time to under trade a little bit until perhaps we see something that starts to, open up again, which we might, but it's okay to under trade when things start to feel a little slower. So anyways, that's it for me. I'll put a couple of videos here for those that are interested in continuing to watch. I have a couple new uploads right here and here that you guys can check out. So I hope you enjoy those, and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning for the morning show right here, right around 9 a.m. on YouTube. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, everyone.